name is Aaron, or Az, and this is an episode of Getting Back to Basics. It is about a week and a half into what's set to be a pretty long trip, and we've got a hell of a lot to do. At this stage, we are about 5,000 kilometers away from home on the other side of the country in a couple of small 14-foot boats with a few essentials to catch, cook, and camp our way through remote northwestern Australia, which has been a lifelong dream to get here. With my brother Jack, Eva, and Nikki. We're about 18 miles up a river, camped out. It's a phenomenal camp. There's everything you want, and I want to show you a day in the life of this camp because it's quite spectacular. Let's get into it. Had a 12.5 metre tide last night that came up to here, but just as we wanted, pushed the boats a couple of metres back so we don't get stuck up here in a week's time. But now it's time to get a fish.
Oh, that's a great fish.
How are we going to land? It's another story.
Oh, I reckon up in the shallows there. Woohoo! Oh. Straight up over this, mate. I reckon it's your best chance.
Keep an eye out for crocs for me.
Yeah.
That is the one.
Woohoo! Not quite ready. Oh!
We literally woke up 15 minutes ago. I'm still wiping sleep out of my eyes, and we caught this couple of 100 meters up from camp. What we come up here for, where the fresh water meets the salt, big barramundi. I was a bit nervous the light leader was going to get cut on those razor sharp gill plates there, which will cut open your hand, cut through leader. But fortunately I was able to drag it up onto this mud bank, this rocky mud bank, and we'll get the hooks out. We'll get it back in the water. I reckon we'll get something else. When you're ready, love. I just don't want to get too close to the croc water. All right, you ready to go, love? She's gone.
Oh, dude.
Oh my God. We're just walking along this side of the bank here. We've got all this fresh, crystal clean fresh water flowing down here where we just caught that barra. And Nikki spotted this barra just sunning itself in this pool. Oh! Spooked it.
Spooked it.
That wasn't meant to happen. We were meant to catch it and it'd be a spectacular sight cast barra hookup. And now you're snagged.
But
That is one very hungry little mangrove jack. Eat lots of fish and get bigger, mate. Woo. We haven't had a feed of mangrove jack this trip. I was just literally sitting here on this rock taking it all in, having a flick. Not really expecting to catch anything, but this fella grabbed the lure. But this one, and I reckon one more, and we'll take him back to camp for a bit of brekkie. I'm just gonna go walk further up the creek so we'll keep some shade on it. Just gotta remember where it is. Oh, I think Eva's hooked onto a fish. You on, Eva? Woo! Nice.
I found the jack hole.
The jack hole.
As seen by Jack.
Oh, got another one. All right, Nikki's found the jack hole. She just had about 6 fighting over this little soft plastic here. Oh, yep, there they are. That's a good one. Oh, it's a bigger one under it. Right, we've got those 2 jacks, so we're fishing for fun, not food anymore. The pressure's off, but it's still frustrating to watch. We're on the edge of this cliff here, and there's a pack of jacks that are sitting. Yeah, you can literally see them just under us. It's a pack of jacks, and you cast like along this rock edge here, or where Nikki is working this soft plastic, and they hit it just about every time, but aren't hooking. Like they're not hitting it with as much intent that is required, perhaps.
Right.
I can see the jacks, but how do I get to them? That is a face of intense focus. Oh, there's the jack.
Did she get it?
Yeah, she's got it.
Woo!
Well, you played a few games, but you got it in the end.
Yeah, perseverance really pays off with this. The jacks were on, we found the hole, and trolling a little vibe along the rock edge
And
pays
would you
off.
say that that's what...
Fishing in the Kimberley's all about? Woo!
That's brekkie. Oh, what was that?
Is that a big barra?
Could have been the big barra.
Alright, we've got another jack. Honestly, that's what fishing in the Kimberley's all about.
Queen of the jack hole.
Man, I do my best work in the jack hole and the mud crab hole. I'm just gonna throw him in here. With your... Ooh, he almost thought he could fly.
I can fly.
I can fly. I'm a real jack.
Oh, another little mangrove jack. See you, mate.
The jack stick. Look at that. This is a stonker. How good's that?
Stick of jacks.
Stick of jacks.
Nikki and Jack are up further in this system, and we're going to go pepper a few of the other holes down down below camp and get these back in the shade.
So we're always looking for spots like this where one pool of water is running in to a bigger pool of water, and usually the predator fish will be right at the bottom of the pool. So I'm going to cast just in there and see if there's anything waiting for bait to come down.
Oh, yep. Yep.
Oh, they're all big black brim. There's 3 of them. That's a sooty grunter or black brim. These look a lot like a mangrove jack, but just browny gold. They don't eat as well, so we'll let this one go and keep eating mangrove jack. Back in the water, you can see all the other fish just swimming around. Big black brim, mangrove jack, mullet. It's like an aquarium. So much fish life. There you go, mate.
As you can see, we're pretty much on the bottom of this tide. Beautiful, just about drinkable freshwater. Coming into this brackish little, very little holes, a couple of little scared looking mullet getting around. So Eva, you want to do the honors? You gonna do the first cast?
No worries. You ready for the meter barra?
Yeah, I'm ready for the meatery. Oh, good areas. Oh!
The little archer fish, they'll spit water at insects to knock them off rocks. I haven't caught one of these before, which is pretty cool. It's nice to get a closer look at one. There you go, mate. Still an aquarium down there.
Nada. I reckon if there was something there, it would have hit us straight up, eh? That's all right. Time to smoke some jacks. Smoke a jack.
So we've got a beautiful jack that we're gonna smoke on the fire. We've just gutted it out and then stuffed it with lemongrass to give it that nice lemongrass flavor, and then we'll make some kind of soy sauce ginger jus to pour over the top.
Yeah, so there was a little bit of leftover lemongrass that's gone in the guts. We've just tied it around there, and then we've got this twine that we've put through the back of the gill through the mouth. So we're just hoping we can hang it off this old bit of steel work that we found on the low tide mark, and then just slow cook it right here on the fire as the tide comes in.
Oh my goodness. This is great.
So Eva and I got to camp a couple of hours ago. I'm thinking that Nikki and Jack would like very shortly be behind us, but it's now close to the middle of the day, food's ready, and yeah, we haven't seen or heard from them. I got the drone up, it lost range going up this canyon. Can't see them, and it is stiflingly hot. As you can see, I'm covered head to toe with like lightweight material, so my skin's not getting cooked, and I've got a camelback backpack on with a few litres of water and hydrolyte, tourniquet and a PLB. So it may seem like I'm being a little bit pedantic, but there's heaps of venomous snakes, there's crocs, and it's really hot, so dehydration's a real thing. But anyway, just gonna move up this river as quick as I can along the rocks to see if I can find them. Oh, I can't see them in this pool. Maybe they're up higher. I've only been going for about 5 minutes. I'm trying to stay where there's a bit of shade, but it is seriously hot. Oh, seriously hot country. Very beautiful, but seriously steamy. Being a canyon, it is good for noise to project and echo further, so I'm going to give a bit of a cooey now that I've rounded the third bend. Oh, all right. I just heard Jack. Oh, I feel a lot better now. Are you okay?
Yeah, we're okay.
How far did you go?
Oh, 40-minute run back.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, moving, it just keeps getting better.
Really?
Yeah, just you end up in these like big, wide valley canyons, and then we started to run into strings of caves of rock art. And there's just cave after cave.
No wonder you took so long.
Yeah, and then we just kept like going because it's like, oh, what's the next one? And then cave after cave, you just see like lots of different shapes.
I was hoping that was the case and one of you hadn't been done by like heat stroke or a snake or something. I figured you just would have had plenty of fresh water, but...
It's in the shade for a sec.
Yeah, shade is good.
Well, you sort of like get to the next bend and then you look around and it looks so much better and you just like keep going. There's just schools of big sooties and you just sight cast them in shallow water everywhere.
And there was that weird like rabbit fish shaped looking thing that was like gold with big spots.
Yeah, I saw a baby croc, like a tiny one.
Sick.
Swimming in the
And
shallows.
some little monitors maybe?
Yeah.
How was the rock art?
Yeah, really cool.
Oh my God.
Really cool. Worth the walk up
Yeah?
and the look, yeah.
Well, good for you as well. I hope you're hungry because we've got 3 mangrove jack cooking with like hanging over the fire with lemongrass sewed into their belly.
Yeah, we're so hungry. We sort of like hit the point where it just got too bouldery to continue. Like they're massive, like house-sized rocks, and you've got to.
Yeah.
The springs coming out everywhere.
There's like all the shallow pools, you could just see the jacks in them.
This string of artwork and stories that Jack and Nikki had stumbled across walking up the creek, we can only assume hasn't been seen for a very long time, and most likely by very few or no non-Indigenous Australians. These could possibly date back thousands of years, where humans were no doubt living in harmony with nature, calling this beautiful and resource-rich section of the river home. Hopefully we could get back up there another day for a better look.
Oh, I'm again.
Home sweet home.
Hungry and thirsty.
What's in the zhuzh? Honey, soy, garlic, ginger. Jeez, done well.
Yeah.
And that's 3-hour slow cooked mangrove jack. What's the verdict?
Gelatinous globules of goodness.
Smoked really well.
It's beautiful, and the zhuzh is beautiful too.
Oh, that feed was very welcome. And for those of you who have watched previous episodes before this on the Blue Highway Adventure, you'll know that we've stumbled across, arguably one of the best camps ever. And one of the main features of that is that it's got a freshwater stream that comes out. It's right next to camp, like literally 20 meters away from camp. You just follow this naturally formed walkway between the cliffs and the stream. And like now, when it hits sort of 12:30, 1 o'clock, and it's scorching hot, you can come up the back here and have a little spritz. We've also, last night when we came in here with the torches for a shower, we noticed that there was a lot of yabbies, quite a few really good sized ones in all the different pools. So we're going to, for dinner, we've decided that we're going to try and catch some and boil them up for dinner, because it seems like there is absolutely no shortage. This is the pool that we stumbled across yesterday. We were just trying to get a bit of a recce of the camp. Yeah, that little mini tiered waterfall into basically a bath, a naturally forming bathtub. And there's this much water in here. Hasn't rained here for a really long time, and there's still this much water. You can imagine in the wet season though, there would be water well over my head, all up here over these rocks.
And yabbies, couple, they're hard to see. They just bite your toes. They're definitely here.
Yabby hole.
Managed to get some good mullet. Check those out.
This is a good school of mullet you've picked up here. Oh my god.
Is that your man?
That's my man.
Have a go at the force of this tide rushing in. It's just been building up in those couple of pools. And when it's reached the point where it can wait on the edge of everything getting washed in. But with that, all the bait's gonna come in here. Bigger predatory fish moving upstream to hunt. Oh, look, there's that croc. Oh, he just went under. Croc's just come up to say g'day, and it looks a bit bigger than the one that was hanging around here last night. Hey, mate. Oh. Beautiful little mangrove jack, right as the tide started flushing in to home camp hole. Oh, geez, sorry, bud. He's off. It's that time of the day where you got to retreat into the shade to seek shelter from the blistering sun. I'm going to go up and have a siesta for a while. Oh, yep.
Yes! He was on the ground. Hell yeah! I just saw the line, all of a sudden it was slack, and then it just went like so tight.
No.
Oh my god.
And there it is. 2 for 2 on the hand line.
Yeah, man.
Wild
How good's that? Barra's on the hand
Kimberley
line.
barramundi.
He's a feisty one.
Is that dinner or is that let go and we'll get another one?
I think it's a let go.
I think it's let go, but we can put it in the pool.
Yeah?
Yeah, we'll put it in the pool.
All right.
And then we
Put in
can
the
have a look at the end of the day.
Yeah.
The fish's catch, measure them up. Let's go to the live bait tank.
This pool here, as the tide's just started to drop now, we've got this half fresh, half salt, I guess live bait tank to decide whether we eat this beautiful barra for dinner or he gets let go a little bit later on if we don't get any other fish.
Putting some good vibes out. Nice.
Eva's just going to grab her barra. We've decided to let it swim free and we'll do yabbies and just one small fish for dinner.
Next thing is like getting out of here without slipping over.
Yeah, that's such a good fish. Well done. Second barra.
On the hand line. Let this guy go.
Feels like he wants to go?
Yeah.
All right, let him go for it. See you, Bazza. Woo! Fish on in the final hour. Oh no. Sorry mate, I shouldn't have said anything. Oh, yep.
Mine was stripping yet again.
Heavy?
Oh,
Oh, drag it up. Is that the same cod?
I don't know.
That is a very similar sized
Pretty
cod.
similar size.
Jack Gallagher, strictly cods.
Strictly cods.
So these estuary cod are fantastic eating, and actually Jack is strictly cods.
They're one of my favourite fish.
But we are thinking tonight, we've been eating fish, every night for the last week?
Yeah.
For breakfast, lunch and dinner, fish or oysters. And in this freshwater creek, there's these prawns. So we're gonna go and try and catch them so that we split up eating so much fish. It's a good problem to have.
I'm always on edge these days when the cods are about. Okay, this one back in the water. Bit more sand in the eyes.
All right, we're going for yet another fish. We just lazing around camp, probably caught half a dozen really nice fish this afternoon. But it's just started to cool down now. It's about 4:30. Ideally we'd like one small mangrove jack or cod or something that's gonna be quite soft and sweet and not too big to throw into a laksa, a red curry with some noodles. I think that's the game plan, and ideally when the sun goes down, get the lights and go and check for some of those freshwater prawns. But for now, tide's dropped out. We're going to check what's happening up here in this little fresh meat salt situation. So we want to fish around this corner, but it's like just slippery mud, like all here, and then it goes to water. We want to fish up around this point. So this is the way up. You've got to climb up this, down the end, and then come down. This is like the 4th time today I've climbed up this. All of these rock formations are amazing for climbing because, well, above the high tide mark, they're all like really grippy on your feet and your hands, so you can pull yourself up really easy and yeah, not slip on these rocks. But yeah, all down there is just a layer of like thin silt and mud, which is super slippery. And just up over this ridge here, where I got that barra this morning, that's where we're gonna have a flick.
Do it. Hey.
It's amazing that from camp we can fish 2 almost completely different systems with different fish. You've got almost crystal clean drinkable fresh water with sooty grunter, archerfish, jacks, just up above this rock bar, I guess. And then below, in this system here, it's full of barras, jacks, plenty of mullet, trevally, estuary cod. What else we saw? Yeah, we saw a mud crab going past camp. Saltwater crocs in most of them. I'd say as you get further up, the less likely they'd be there, given so many rock bars, but there's always a chance. So yeah, to be able to access those 2 environments from camp just again highlights how good of a bloody camp this is. Let's give this spot one more shot, eh? I think they've seen this lure one too many times.
Alright, no fish on that one. Lucky the small river. What's going on here?
Bit of a little downstairs mix up.
We got caught in your bail arm. Jesus. I've never seen something like this before.
How did we manage that?
That one? Okay.
We stumbled across a sand anchor with chain that's obviously been here for a very long time, so we're going to claim salvage rights and try and get it for one of the spares for the boat.
I can see why it got down. I'm almost thinking we undo it at the D-shackle.
Where's the D-shackle?
Yeah.
Here?
Pliers?
Yeah, I do have pliers actually. Oh, jeez, it's slippery. We're actually going to have to come back with a heavy set of pliers. That's not undoing, and we can't get it out from being wedged in that rock. All right, man. We need to hopefully the girls caught a fish, because we need to get something for the laksa.
I'm letting fish go all day.
Literally just caught dozens or 2 dozen fish today. All afternoon just caught and released world-class 5-star table eating fish. Now we have nothing. All right, the sun has just set and we've got some mullet scraps from fishing. We're gonna go see if we can check a couple of these pools at the back of camp here and hopefully get some yabbies. We kind of need them because we didn't, after all that, didn't get a fish this afternoon. All right, so we've come up to this pool where we were swimming in earlier, where we got bitten by yabbies on the feet. I'm gonna throw that little mullet in there and hopefully that baits them in and coming out of the deep under the hollow of this big tree, under this slab here. And then I tried hand grabbing them to no avail, but got a hand spear here. So hopefully we can give them the old 5-prong straight to the luxor. I just left this for a couple of minutes and you can see there's one big yabby having a feast on that mullet. That's what we're trying to get a feed of. Now how do I get it? We're gonna need 2 hands for this. At this point, the camera batteries actually died, but all you need to know is that I was humbled by the yabbies not getting one, and Nikki managed to get a few in the scoop net to save the day. But overall, very grateful for today. It was an awesome day, and I'm really wishing that we didn't let go all of those magnificent fish in the second half. But come tomorrow morning though, I'm gonna make a trap. So I'll see you in the next episode. I'm gonna make a trap to come up and try and trap these yabbies. Tomorrow's a new day. See you later.